transition off the back. But now we're going to get into the mount, which is also very, very important. Get on your back. So, here, and let's say, just, we're only going to work on one side. We're not going to work on the other side. You work on the other side on your own. All right? There's several things you can do in the mount. The best thing for you is for him not to spell. If he wanted to bridge off his shoulder and explode, which is very popular, he bridges off his left shoulder and he explodes. We got to be able to put that thing in a flash. He gets up to his knees and then he just turns into the same thing. Yeah? But in order for that to work, and in order for that to be in your arsenal, you got to practice this one. This one is the one off the back one we just did. You decide when you're going to go for it. You can pepper them up. You decide. Maybe I'll wait 5 more seconds, 10 more seconds. This one, he decides. He decides. So you got to be ready for it. So when you're practicing this at school, the best thing to do, the best drill is he decides which shoulder we're ready. So all we're here, or maybe you're slapping his forehead or whatever. Maybe he goes over the left shoulder, maybe he goes over the right shoulder. See that? It's just a reaction. You watch Bustamante versus Matt Lindman, that's exactly how it works. So if he goes over his left shoulder, I don't know. The best thing to do is I don't know which way he's going to go. I'm ready for either side. Either side. Right here. Look. This is one of the rare positions that I'm good on both sides. I'll crush him on this side just as good as the other side. I don't know why, but
That's all outside.
that's all outside. Most transitions and most submissions, I suck on one side. This spider web, I don't know. I rarely do it on the other side. It feels just as good. Maybe not just as good, but right there on its heels. Okay, so when you practice this, the MMA fighters, you're on top, he's banging out, and then he decides which way he's going to explode. His left shoulder, right shoulder. You got to be ready for both sides. And then he decides this way. When you're on the back, the last one you decide. You could have slipped off this way, you could have slipped off that way. I recommend if you're in a fight, and it's important you win, pick your best side. This one you don't get to pick, all right? But the way we're going to work on it today is we're just going to work on just one side to make it nice and simple. We don't have time to perfect both sides today. Okay, so we're going to get them out, watch the area around him. We're going to be here, and all he's going to do is bridge over his left shoulder and try to get up to his knees, like that starting point. That's all we're going to do. So he bridges over his left shoulder. I'm going to brace, deep hook, shin behind the neck here. It's pretty much the same thing, but he decides when you go. So you have to be ready at all times. When you watched Ronda Rousey against, what was her last fight? The last guy was the one before she fought. Was it Misha? It wasn't Misha. She mounted Misha, and she was here, and Misha turned a little bit here, and Ronda just went. She didn't really bridge, she just turned a little bit. And then she took that deep hook and the same thing. She swam. Ronda will swim on you the first second she has the opportunity. Most MMA fighters will, if someone turns this way, they'll try to pick it back. Which is great. Taking it back is great. But in my opinion, taking it back on a fresh fighter that's not hurt, it's not going to guarantee you a naked choke. If he's fucked up and tired, then that's when you pour it on. In my opinion. Still, if the guy was fresh, some guys will still get a rear naked choke. But it seems, in my observation, getting the back, attacking for the back, is becoming lower and lower percentage as the defense rises. Does that make sense? That's just my opinion. So, for this exercise, the first step is to be brace. Slow motion, bridges, brace, deep hook, shin behind the neck, catch him here. And we're starting over. Let's go. bridge over your left shoulder and still stay tight here. He'll take it, he'll do it. Make sure the area on the right hand side is very good. So bridge, deep hook and brace. He decides. So you got to be super smooth with this one. You got it? Let's go.